Hey guys, Prash and Garnie here from...
Hello.
Where are we today?
Data 16 Tableau conference. Yep.
Austin, Texas. Hey guys, this is my good friend Prash. He's
hey
actually
guys, how are you guys doing?
MDM Geek on Twitter. So Prash, since we've worked together a lot, indirectly and directly.
Yep.
Tell me, what have you found on this site? What's going on here?
A lot of things going on, of course. I was in the keynote today. A lot of great stuff coming out of that keynote. I loved the keynote. I always love the keynote of the Tableau, what they do. Last year I was in the MDM in Vegas. They did a great job. I was a big fan of them. But I think few things stood out, right? So you want great data visualization, you want awesome analytics done. That's key to your business today, because you want to understand the data, find out what it's telling you, so you can do the next best action, right? This is all about. This is about, right? It all comes down to the data, right? At the end of the day, you want to make sure the data is clean. It has that consistent representation of all the values. You see that great things they were showing in the keynote today, like the spreadsheet which had right information, right? Columns filled with right data. How did that really happen?
Yeah, that's the key thing. Because a lot of times it's great to see all these pretty dashboards and talk about the visualization of the data and things like that. But a lot of times the challenge I'm hearing about is, how do you get data
to that point?
Right? Because right now you've got, if not 200, 300, 500 applications that are sitting out there with data itself. So talk to me a little bit about what you're hearing from customers about their challenges around data.
Right. So all the great data looking on the data sheet is great, but it comes down to what the plumbing work which goes underneath it, right? So you need to be able to gather that information from wherever that source is. There are hundreds of thousands of different sources where the data can be residing, right?
Right.
So it could be simple mainframe, whatever the old age things we were talking about, to the new age things, which is like Salesforce and Marketer and Workflow and things like that we were talking about in the keynote today. No matter where the data resides, you need to be able to pull that data, bring it into a single place, apply some of the data quality rules we talked about, which is simple things like making sure your addresses are consistently represented, right? The address zip code has to be five character long here in North America.
Well, much less even the address itself, right?
Exactly.
How many ways of spelling Main Street?
Exactly. Main ST, Main Street, whatever that is, right? All that representation has to be done correctly, so you have a consistent representation of that information. And then we are also talking about some of the enrichment capabilities, right? So, for example, you have some information about me, right? My name, my address, my phone number, but how do you really say that information you have about me, which I provided in some website somewhere where I logged in to get some free white paper from Informatica, how do you make sure that information is
it's validated, right?
Exactly.
That it's real.
So that's
how many of us
really
have put
key.
fake names in? I have.
I always put fake names. Believe me, that's bad actually, but people put bad information all the time. Validating that, enriching that information about me, so you know me a little bit better about me, is really critical. So you do that task, and then you do a real magic, which is where master data management, which is where I focused for the last 11 years.
Yeah. MDM Geek. I wonder where you got that tag name from.
MDM Geek guy, by the way, on Twitter, right? That's what I live by. So that magic, which is bringing all the data in, understanding your customer a little bit. Three things to talk about in MDM, right? People, places, and things. People is about customers.
Isn't that a noun?
What is that?
Isn't that a noun? How do you define a noun? People, places, things?
Yeah, people, places, things. People is all about customers, employees, patients, providers, whatever the industry you go, there's some aspect of party information which is there, which is really critical for companies like Nordstrom, which is our great customers, right? Hyatt, right? Nike, these guys all need great information about their customers so they understand better about them, right? So that's customer, that's party, right? Places is the locations. Where do you work? Where do you go to office? Where do you stay, right? Where do you shop?
Live?
Where do you shop
or travel to, even.
Right? You were focused on oil and gas industry.
Yep.
Where is the wellhead located, right? Very important information you need to master. And then finally, the things. Things are about products, right? What products you sell.
Anything. Exactly. Like if you could put a label on a widget, that's a thing.
Exactly. So those things. So now finally, when it comes down to understanding the relationship between these people, places, and things too, right? It's not just about understanding you, understanding what products you bought from my company, which I need to know about, so I can do the best action, which is best next recommendation for you. Right?
So it's the connect. So to boil it down, it's the connection
Yeah.
It's the logic for qualification, standardization, harmonization.
Yes.
And that's what we talk. And then you start mastering that information where it actually makes sense, because it's actually mastering the nouns or the people, places, and things of your business.
Right.
So that's really where this is all.
Absolutely.
So, and so the cool thing is, guys, you know, one of the key things around our solutions that we work with all the time here at Informatica is around those things. It's the connection, right? It's the delivery. It's the business rules. You know, we also talk about, but see, those things should never be overlooked when you start thinking about the business of data. Because we talk about, hey, it's great to have a great dashboard, it's great to have great information, but the hard part, guys, is always making sure you got the right connections to the right data for the right reasons.
Exactly.
And if it's not qualified and mastered,
and make it actionable. I think
there you go. That's
critical,
it.
right? That word is so important, because all the great visualization we do on the screen there is irrelevant if it doesn't tell you what's the next best action to take.
Exactly.
Data
Actionable
has to be
data.
actionable.
Right.
And that can be actionable only if it is collected from all the sources, enriched, validated, and mastered, right? And then you deliver that data to whatever purpose you want. It could be simple things like, you know, visualizing that data to understand more about it, or it could be more than that, right? It could be where, you know, delivering for all the crazy things we talk about, wherever that data making it available.
So let's wrap this up here, guys, real quick here. If you guys go out to Informatica and Google Prash, do the MDM Geek. He's actually got a blog page of, the
MDMgeek.com.
MDMgeek.com. I didn't know that.
I got all those things like registered, trademark, right?
This guy, he's been in the industry for quite a while. I've known him before he joined the Informatica team several years ago. But I tell you guys, it's just wonderful stuff. We're going to come back with some more tidbits here later.
We should.
So
tomorrow.
We got a lot more people here we want to share with you on this. But, you know, wanted to get one out here with Prash because he's always online and I'm always following him. So if you're not following him, MDM Geek on Twitter. All right, guys?
Thanks, guys. Have a great event. Okay?
We'll talk to you real soon.
See you
Peace.
Bye.